Welcome to another episode of Ozfish. Dave here, let's get some. I was out on a quick snapper fishing session yesterday afternoon and caught a couple of nice panties, and I kept a couple of red rock cod which eat really well as well. So I thought I'd do a bit of a demonstration today in relation to how I actually fillet my snapper and actually how I actually prepare them and actually cook them. It's something our family's been doing for a long time, so I'll do that a little bit later tonight. So yeah, a couple of nice panties. With a few red rock cod thrown in. Yeah, so I'll just show you how I quickly how I fillet a fish like this. So what's happened to this fish is that he's been caught yesterday afternoon, and he's been kept in an ice slurry, ice and seawater, which keeps the fish really nice. He's been kept there overnight, so firms them up. So yeah, make sure your knife's really sharp. So I'm just going to come up the back of his bump. I'm just going to cut straight through, right down to his arse. And spin that fish around. Use the tip of the blade. Just get a centimetre or so of the blade in. Work my way all the way down the fish, punch it through at the end. Then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to feel for the bone with a knife. And then I'm going to pull it a little firmer because there's a rib cage that sits higher. So I'm going to run down over the top of that rib cage. Yeah, going to knock that fillet straight off, beautiful. And you can see on the snapper how there's that second section of bone that I've come up and over when I've filleted the fish. So yeah, it's pretty easy like that, pretty basic. So just flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Then what I do is, to skin him, I just slide the knife in, take a firm grip on the back of the fillet, and then what I do is I just pull hard on that skin and I rotate the knife backwards and forwards. And yeah, there's that skin off the fish, perfect. So there's a beautiful fillet of snapper, skinned, filleted. Then all I do is I just take the knife and right in the center of the fillet, you'll get his pin bones. And so what I do is, I just cut those pin bones out, and I've ended up with a fillet that looks like this. So it's ready to go, ready to cook. Filleted, skinned, no bones. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, and if you want to, you can actually cut this section out in around his his pectoral fin and that kind of thing like that to utilise all the fish. Okay, so there's those snapper. And they've been processed, they've been filleted and skinned, and the pin bones have been cut out of them. So that's just two panties, like a 47 and a 42. So just two fish is a really, really nice meal for my wife and I. So we'll have those tonight. And just for a little bit of spice, what I've done is I've actually processed two red rock cod. And you don't get a lot of yield out of a red rock cod, but the flesh is beautiful and white, really sweet, and it's a beautiful actually eating fish. And on the bigger snapper there, I've just kept a couple of his wings, and I'll cook those up as well. But there you go, nature's food basket. Okay, here's a little bit of fishing action from yesterday afternoon. Enjoy. Fish. Snapper. Nice pan in the middle of the day, probably about 40. First one I've ever caught on the Daiwa Bait Junkie, so yeah, I knew it'd work. Beautiful looking lure. So anyway, I'll put a mark on this spot and keep going. That's a big cow and young. Good Jew bait. Here's another fish. Bit better than the other one. Yeah, nice fish. Really super light coloured fish. Like must be over that broken reef, but that's the second fish on the Daiwa Bait Junkie. So yeah. Beautiful. Okay, yesterday afternoon when I was fishing, what I was doing was I was actually using the new Daiwa Bait Junkies, the 5-inch jerk shad. Yeah, this is actually a grey Nomad Glow. So yeah, they are a fantastic looking 5-inch jerk shad, and I caught two really nice fish on them yesterday. Now the only criticism I would have of this lure is that the material they're made out of is actually quite soft, which in one way adds to that amazing action, I guess, that they get as it's going down through the water column. But what happens is that I like to use quite an aggressive action on my rod, so they'll tend to slip down a little bit. Even though I've got this rigged on a TT headlocks jig head, it will still sort of like yeah, pull down, you know, like so I'm not overly impressed with that. And what happens is once you get a couple of fish, what happens is, yeah, it tends to tear through where the jig head actually goes into the lure. So what I was doing was, as that was happening, was I just kept shortening the lure down a little bit. But yeah, like yeah, that's my only criticism. Yeah, beautiful action, fish really love it, but that plastic's a little bit soft, and if you're going to go snapper fishing, yeah, you're going to need a couple of packets of them at least, because yeah, they don't stand up to wear and tear real well. But fish love them, work good. And I guess that what they would be really good at is when you're throwing a speculator rod out. This is rigged on a 1/6. Sometimes I use 1/6 and 1/4 when I'm using a speculator rod. By that I mean a rod in the rod holder. When you're not jerking the lure around, yeah, they'll work really well like that. The only thing is, again, once you get a few fish on that speculator rod, 2 or 3 fish, yeah, they're going to tear that jig head through the lure. So there you go. But yeah, definitely give them a go, worth a try. 7-inch looks awesome as well, so great fish taker. Okay, welcome back. So it's tea time, so we're going to cook up our snapper and our red rock cod. Okay, so I'm just going to use a really basic, little bit of plain flour, and I want to put a little one for my wife here because she doesn't like salt. And what I'm going to use, a little bit of Keen's white curry. I'll whack a little bit of that in, a little bit for my wife because she likes curry, but she doesn't like salt. So I'm just going to use a little bit of salt, mix through it, and yeah, I'm just going to mix it up. And the curry gives it a little bit of a nice flavour, but also gives it a really nice, nice colour. These smaller fillets, I'm just going to lightly dust them. No salt. Lightly do that. And because I love her, I'm going to give her a big piece out of the bigger snapper. lightly dust that. A little bit more over here. Yeah, and then I'm going to take our red rock cod. She likes red rock cod, so I'll just give her a couple little bits of red rock cod. And I'll just gently dust the wings. Okay, that's it. They're ready to cook. Okay, so the fish has been cooked for about 4 minutes, and you can see how the curry's given a nice golden colour. So it's looking good. Let's get it out onto a paper towel. Well, here's my beautiful wife, Leah. Hi, Leah.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, so what have we prepared there, Veg?
We've got some snapper and some red rock cod, which I really like actually. I'm a bit of a fan of that. Some Spudlight chips, they're like our chips, and a salad, just beetroot, tomato, red onion, perfect combination with fish.
So we've got two fantastic meals, one for me and one for Leah, and you can see how we've actually got a fair bit of fish left over.
Oh.
And you can see that, yeah, there's that was just 2 pan-sized snapper. One was a 42 centimetre snapper, one was a 47 centimetre snapper, and even just out of those 2 fish, I mean, there's an evening meal for my wife and I, and there's a meal for us for lunch tomorrow. So anyway, nature has provided, and let's hook in, Leah.
Beautiful.